What do I do, YouTube? It's your boy King David in this thing, and I'm back at y'all again with another video. So if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit that like button one time for your boys so we can continue to grow like we need to grow on this thing. Alright, so with all that out the window, man, let's talk about what we got going on here. And that is that the WBA has approved Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas to take place. Alright. So let me break down the situation real quick before I give you my thoughts, man. So really what it is the WBA mandatory, which is this guy Spence And Yordenis, accepted step aside money from Team Errol Spence, the PBC, which happens to be the advisor for both Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas, okay, in order to allow this fight to take place. So that's the situation here, man. Ugas Kavalauskas stepped aside, and as a result, the WBA approved the unification fight between Errol Spence Jr. and Yordenis Ugas, man. And my thoughts, man, is this is just bad for boxing. You know what I mean? This is just bad for boxing. Like, yeah, this is a unification fight, but this isn't the fight that we want. You know, this isn't the fight that boxing fans want. You know what I mean? You know what? Let's talk about the good first, man. The good part about this is I'm really happy for Yordenis Ugas because it was very unfortunate the way how Yordenis Ugas, after beating Manny Pacquiao, was forced directly after beating Manny Pacquiao was forced into these mandatory fights. Like, that was some bullshit. It really was. You know, if you're Yordenis Ugas, you kind of earned your way up the hard way. And as a result, once you get to that top level, you should be able to fight who you want to fight and not have those kinds of restrictions placed on you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're Yordenis Ugas, I'm actually quite happy for Yordenis Ugas that he is getting his shot. You know what I mean? But I mean, outside of Yordenis Ugas, I mean, I think this is just bad for boxing, bro. Like, it really is, man. At the end of the day, it just further delays things. At the end of the day, it just seems like more ducking. At the end of the day, it's just a bunch of bullshit at the end of the day, man. I mean, I can't help but look at this the way what it is, man. Errol Spence extending the easy route. Errol Spence taking a detour, you know what I mean, on the easy route. You know what I mean? Like, him avoiding Terrence Crawford even further, man. And I know what this looks like. It's a unification fight, and I get it. It's cool. Unification, great. But this unification could have waited, man. I mean, boxing fans everywhere wanted the fight that we've been wanting for the last 3 or 4 years. We want Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. Okay, and now we have to wait for this Yordenis Ugas and Errol Spence fight to take place, and Errol Spence might not make it through this fight, man. Just to keep it a stack with y'all, man. Errol Spence could very well lose to Yordenis Ugas. Do I want him to lose to Yordenis Ugas? No, because I want to see Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. But again, this is boxing. Shit happens, man. You know, and that's the problem with dudes delaying these kinds of fights and choosing to go this route and choosing to go this easy route or this other route or whatever in order to delay the biggest fight in boxing. You know what I mean? Somebody could lose, man. Errol Spence could lose to Yordenis Ugas. Terrence Crawford could lose in his next fight, and we never see Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just bad for boxing. It's just unfortunate. You know what I mean? We already seen Errol Spence get into a car accident and be out of the ring as a result of the car accident. We already seen Errol Spence have a detached retina and all these little things happening here and all these little things happening there in order to delay the fight. Do we really want Errol Spence to jump back into the ring with a tough guy like Yordenis Ugas and possibly make it out of that fight? I mean, it's just bullshit, man, at the end of the day, man. And it just smells like more running on Errol Spence's part. You know what I'm saying? He got Jerron Ennis on one side. He got Virgil Ortiz on the other side. He got Bud on the other side. And you know what I mean? The only to the point where the only option was for him to somehow make this Yordenis Ugas fight work. And somehow, some way, Errol Spence pulls this fight up out of his ass and somehow is able to make this fight with Yordenis Ugas. And again, man, this is just bad for boxing, man. Nobody really wants to see this fight, man. Nobody really wants to see it. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. And if I'm Terrence Crawford, to keep it a stack, looking at this situation right now, this is why Terrence Crawford said he was done with the fight. This is why he said he was over it for this type of shit. Because no matter what type of barriers that Terrence Crawford takes or moves out of the way, Errol Spence somehow, some way manages to place new barriers in front of the fight. You know what I'm saying? Errol somehow, some way always manages to place a new hurdle in front of the fight. You know what I mean? So if I'm Terrence Crawford, what am I waiting on this dude, man? I'm 34 years old, man. I gotta continue with the rest of my career. You know what I'm saying? I gotta continue with the rest of my career. And I said it in my live before, and I say it again, man. If I'm Terrence Crawford, I'm fighting Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, man, and going to the UK, and I'm fighting Josh Taylor. After I fight Josh Taylor, I'm fighting Keith Thurman, somebody like that, man, in a one-fight deal with the PBC. And if Errol ain't ready, I'm moving up to 154, or I'm moving on with the rest of my career. Don't nobody got time for Errol Spence and his fucking shenanigans, man. Don't nobody got time for Errol Spence and this shit. We didn't need Yordenis Ugas versus Errol Spence right now. We didn't fucking need it. We didn't need it. They're taking unnecessary money out of their pocket, and they paying step aside money. They take money that could have went towards the fight, and they paying step aside money in order for this fight to happen. Why? When you got the biggest fight in boxing in front of you. I mean, this is some bullshit, dog. Don't nobody want to see this shit, bro. And it really, dog, and I know a lot of people are going to say, well, this is unification, blah, 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 dog. But it ain't nothing but some ducking, dog. It's ducking. That's all it really is. That's all it really can be. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I'm going to talk more about this shit, dog. I really am. We're going to do it live, but it's probably going to be a little later on this week. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to drop a video, give y'all my thoughts on this shit, man. But let me know what y'all think about this shit, dog. Do y'all consider this shit ducking? You know what I'm saying? Is anybody out there right now excited for Spence versus Ugas? You know what I'm saying? You know? I mean, come on, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Spence Ugas 2022. That's what looks like it's going to be next on the horizon. Let me know y'all thoughts. Hit it up in the comment section below. If you like the video, make sure you hit the goddamn like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, man. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.